Hello and welcome to Let's Build Lothloria, episode 35. I believe that's what episode we're on. Last episode, we were finishing up the Hunter's Lodge and some more houses in this little wooded area. And I went ahead and off-camera built these two. They're just thatched roof, 3 rooms each, very similar to the farmhouses in the sense of size and scope. They don't really have much detail in them yet. This small house, of course, is here. And then we got the Hunter's Lodge that has nothing in it yet. This episode, it's going to be a little different. We're just going to build this one small house, and basically this is going to be a big idea episode. Basically, I need to try and prioritize what needs to be built in what order at this point. So we're going to finish the small house, and off camera I also went ahead and built a fort here and threw some rocks at it and destroyed it a little bit, and then kind of built part of it back up with wooden supports to symbolize that it's being constructed or just being, barely held together by these pieces of timber. And I think it looks fairly nice, to be honest. It's pretty rugged looking. I tried to do a bit of scaffolding over here in this direction, and I think it turned out fairly nice. You guys can tell me if you think it should be destroyed more or less, whatever might look best in your guys' eyes. I was going to build like manor houses along the lake, but that doesn't really quite make sense because it's not really defendable at all from siege, and you don't really want these large manor homes out here, strictly because they're just gonna get raided and looted if you become under attack, and I don't think it would be a great idea. So I might make this thing smaller, and I might make just some dotted farmland out here. It's not going to be quite as compact as over there, but maybe just a couple farms surrounding the lake and a fishing hut to let fishermen do their thing over here. I went ahead and laid out some paths as well, so we have a path kind of wrapping through there, back around and along the lake towards the town. So I think that looks pretty nice. I'm just gonna do a quick kind of flyby of everything we made so far, just to get your guys' ideas flowing and figure out what might go where and what we may need to do. I'm getting some FPS lag. The save is starting to get pretty huge in size, so I'm not really surprised that I'm getting only like 30 FPS through here. It's a lot to load in and do, and I don't know why the shadows are so weird down here, but whatever. So I'm trying not to move the camera too much. I'm just trying to fly over everything and see if you guys see maybe a spot we could build at or add to in some sort of way. I know I still need to do something with the palace. I'm still not 100% sure what yet. It's one of the harder things to think about because it's just so kind of old comparatively to everything else. It's missing effect and it's broken in some areas. No, I think that was just a light. There's just a lot of stuff that I should do with this. Like furnish it, for one thing, would be a good thing to do at some point. But I might expand some living side out here or do something. I don't know. I just don't know. There's been a lot of clamoring for a monastery, and I think that's a good idea. That might be the next kind of big project once this area is finished up. I could put, you know, kind of a monastery maybe up here on this hill. That way they, I mean, I guess the closest comparison would be like the Greybeards from Skyrim. I mean, setting up detached from everything, but overwatching and seeing what's going on still. So we'll just go over here and build this small hut for now. And see what we need to do. I need to get rid of these plant fibers. And I still need to go back in and repair a lot of the damages that happened with the patch. That should probably be a priority as well. You guys may have also noticed I uploaded a game of Smite. I'm just trying to test a bunch of games and see if anything kind of is clicking with you guys, and if you guys want to see a lot more. Medieval Engineers is great and all, but I want the channel to grow and really, you know, expand, so, you know, we can get a group of people, you know, giving more suggestions, and then maybe when multiplayer comes out, you know, I might maybe even host and have a big siege event, you know, where maybe when combat and stuff, we will actually split into teams and let people just siege the castle and see kind of what happens. I think that would be kind of a cool thing to do. And this needs a staircase. So yeah, the you know, a larger community, the better. I would really like to play games with you guys, maybe, in some sense, if there's a game that would be able to do that well. Because that's really why I started this channel. I wanted you know, a group of people, you know, to kind of just enjoy gaming together. So let's go ahead and lay out these walls real quick. Okay. And let's lay out the 3 or so rooms that we're gonna have. And you guys have seen this all before. I almost feel like recording much more of me building is almost redundant, because it's all kind of the same thing over and over and over. There's not a whole lot to expand on in any more detail. It's I mean, you guys could have pretty much seen 34 episodes of me putting roofs on buildings. I don't know, some of you might enjoy that. I'm sure a lot of you may be getting a little tired of these little triangles. But uploading a video a day is, you know, the main goal. I wouldn't mind recording other games and maybe uploading that in the morning, and then Medieval Engineers at night, because it would take it takes the longest to do this game. I have to do a lot of off-camera work. I have to make sure I'm building something interesting to begin with, and it just starts to slow down the bigger the map gets. You run into problems like to keep it interesting, you need to do a lot more and more off-camera work, and to make it, you know, new and something exciting to showcase every episode, which is fun, but it's also, you know, it can be a little tedious to spend maybe 3 hours building something off camera, and then after that you still have to build something else that's interesting. So throw a roof on here. But you haven't done so already, I suggest watching my Smite video. It is a fun game. I played a lot with my close friends from high school and my brother. You'll notice we go by our real names in there or nicknames from our school days and World of Warcraft days. So when one of my friends, his name's Boomkin because he was a Moonkin in WoW, and we have been calling him that for years. And it's just a funny thing that kind of stuck. Uthris, my name from here, that's from WoW. That was my paladin's name. Back, shoot, from vanilla all the way through to the current expansion. That's what I played, was my paladin. So, let's see. Yeah, nice little hut. Kind of brings in some more brown to go with the gray roofing here. Might put a couple more huts here. Maybe a herbalist or gatherer's hut would be good to go with a hunter's lodge. Basically, I'm kind of thinking of banished buildings. The city builder Banished, which is an awesome game, and I would almost make recordings of that if I could get it to work again. I had mods subscribed for a while, and they just ended up kind of breaking my game over time. But that was definitely a fun city builder to do. I just wish that, it was updated to maybe include some combat and stuff. I think that it's missing a certain dynamic, because after a while you come with a formula of growth, and it just works over and over, and it's really the only way to do it. So yeah, I think I've kind of rambled on a little too much, and I think that's the only building I'm going to do on camera today. This still needs a barn or some type of, chicken coop could go here. It's just a lot of buildings I need to do, I guess. It's just it's a lot of work. I need to finish the main gate from the other side still. Lately I've just been kind of walking around, enjoying some of the views, taking more of a relaxed approach. Because I remember when I started building on these houses, I built I think all 5 of these houses in one episode. And it was a lot of off-camera work. I was almost building a tier of houses a day through here, and then it kind of slowed down once we got to the market and tavern and larger buildings. So it's not very often I walk around and show you guys, the views of actually ground level. It's not something you guys get to see often, unless you subscribe to the map on Steam and actually walk around yourself. But some people might not have the game, so I'm just gonna do a quick kind of tour around and keep talking to y'all. So let's see. Up here it gets a little poor in terms of views, because you start kind of climbing these steeper parts of the mountain, and this still needs kind of smoothed out. Pushing a cart up here would be a big pain in the ass. The theater, I think, is a very interesting building still. I could probably work some areas on that. Academy is good. Needs something in the courtyard, just don't know what still. From down here, the castle, you can't see the castle, the palace. You just see the defensive battlements, which I think is a really cool thing, because you know that it's a very defensive area. People won't be damaging the treasury and things like that from mindless siege fire. It is a huge cliff. Whoop. Okay. Yeah. It's definitely come a long way. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Have a good one.